Alright, what's going on, guys? My name is Josh, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace the bumpers on your Xbox Series X controller. This will work for a Series S controller as well, because they are the same exact thing. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pop the back off of your controller, and we're going to take your batteries out. Now, once you take the batteries out, there's going to be a sticker right here. We're going to have to take that sticker off. I'll show you what one with a sticker looks like. That's what it's going to look like when you guys remove your batteries. I'm sure everybody's seen this before when they go to swap their batteries out of their dead controller. Now, you're going to peel that sticker off, but beware. If your controller is still under warranty, you may want to just go ahead and ship your controller to Microsoft to have them fix it. If it's outside of the warranty, you'll have no problems. The sticker doesn't mean nothing at that point, so go ahead, peel that sticker off. That's what I did. This controller I've had for a while. I've actually had a few controllers that all have bunk RB buttons. I just went ahead and peeled that sticker right off because those stickers don't mean anything to me. Now, when you take the sticker off, you're going to have this screw right here that's exposed. This screw is a security screw. It's a Torx security screw. Now, I have got a Torx security screwdriver. It's a T8, and this is different from a normal Torx bit because it's got a little tiny pinhole that's inside of the middle of this bit, and that's because these security screws are different from normal Torx screws. Now, before we go ahead and remove that first screw, I personally like to take the sides off, and I'm going to be using this pry tool to take the sides off. These things snap right out. It's really easy, so I'm going to show you guys exactly how I would do it. Try that one more time. Perfect, and then you're going to have the corner exposed just like that. Go ahead, and it'll pop right off of there. Voila. We got one side off. These things, they just pop right on, pop right off. Go ahead and remove this other side. If it's the first time that you're removing these sides, it may seem like you're almost breaking it, but it's just because the controller has been put together for so long. Once you start to take them off, it's usually quite simple to pop them off. So, just like that. Cool. Now both of our sides are off. I'm going to set this pry tool down and pick up our Torx screwdriver. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go for that middle screw. In total, there's going to be 5 screws. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one in the middle is the one that holds the controller together completely. So I always start off and I take the middle screw out first. Really simple. And just like that, we got one screw down. We'll move on to the next. Two screws down. That's 3. This guy was in there pretty tight, but have no fear. Oops. That's 4. Thank gosh there's like a little baby magnet at the end of this. Go ahead and swap the way that we're holding this thing. These bottom ones are pretty tight in there, but just like that, all 5 screws have been removed. It's really quick. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to pop this front faceplate off. It's really simple. All we got to do is just lift up and it comes right off. This is what our controller looks like exposed, but just be careful. I would recommend holding it from the back just like I am, because these internals, they do lift on right out of there. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to pop this middle piece off right here. This middle piece is being secured. There's two little tiny pins. I'll see if I can't make them out on the camera for you guys. Now, see these right here? Both of these. All we got to do is we're going to grab a little tiny flathead screwdriver and we're just going to pry them up. This is a little tiny flathead screwdriver that I'm going to go ahead and use to just go ahead and pry that one side off of there. There's one, and that's two. Now this guy will just lift right up off of here, just like that. That's the middle piece. Set that down right there. Now, if you haven't known already, our LB and RB buttons are actually one piece. It's one piece that lays on top of that. And you'll notice these are secured by these little tiny There's little tiny hooks that we got to go ahead and snap on. And we're going to be virtually doing the same thing that we did just on the sides. We're just going to go ahead and use our little miniature flathead screwdriver, and we're just going to go ahead and pry. I'll show you exactly what we're looking for right here. It's going to be this. See if I can't get a better angle of that for you guys. I'll show you guys exactly where we're just going to lift that up just like that. Come over here to this other side. We may even be able to, nope. No biggie though. What we're going to do is we're going to just pry that guy up just like that, and voila. The reason why our LB or RB bumpers get stuck is because sometimes, you'll see that's the brand new one. I'll show you guys. This is what the broken one looks like now. See, one side is completely missing. So that's why when I go to tap my LB button, I have to really, given this piece was still inside of there, but it had snapped off, if I wasn't pushing it down really hard in the correct place, the button wasn't working. So I went ahead and I went to Amazon, and for $10.99 I was able to buy two LB RB buttons that also came with this nifty little screwdriver that I used to get inside of the controller. $11, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna fix two controllers if you've got two. If not, go ahead and just save one until it's bound to break again, so you'll have another one ready to go. I'll show you guys, this is what it looks like when it's not broken. See how there's those two prongs right there? We're going to be in business once we put this thing back together. Really simple job. Now, we're going to go ahead, we're going to lift our controller back up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to line this up. I like to go ahead and snap the right side on first. We'll line this up. And then what we'll do is we will literally, you can just snap it right on. You'll hear it. Yep. Go ahead and push them. Yeah, that's got a brand new controller feel to it. I like it. Now, we're going to go ahead and replace the middle piece that we took off. There's only one way that these things go on, so you don't have to worry about if you're putting it on upside down or not, because they've all got to sync with the controller sync button. So we'll go ahead, same thing, we'll just snap this guy back on just like that. Perfect. Give her another push just to make sure. That feels awesome. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and just put our faceplate back on the controller just like so. flip the controller back upside down, and when putting our screws back on, I like to also replace the middle screw to begin with, because that's what holds the controller together. You have to put your faceplate on before you start to screw, because the screw doesn't catch on unless the faceplate's there. I learned that the first time I tried taking a controller apart and putting it back together. I was wondering why the screw was just dropping in, and it's because, yes, it screws onto the faceplate, which makes sense. Now, we're just going to go ahead, and we're just simply going to tighten that guy. I can feel it buttoning the controller back up, nice and firm. And then I like to go corner for corner when I'm putting these other 4 back on. So we'll just go ahead and start at the bottom right here. Just like that. Perfect. Screw that guy in. Make sure it's nice and tight. Perfect. That's 2 out of 5. Come up here to the other corner. Just like so. Perfect. That's 3 out of 5. Really simple job. As long as you've got the correct tools, it's very, very simple. That is screw 4 out of 5. And we're screwing our last one. And like that, make sure it's nice and tight, and bada boom! Should be able to hear that nice firm click. I like the sound of that. And these, you just line them up, and they literally pop right in. Nothing special to it. You just line them up, and you'll hear them just like that. Line them up. Snap right into place. And there we go, guys. That is how to replace your LV and RV bumpers in less than 15 minutes. If this video helped you guys, like the video on your way out and subscribe to the channel. Until next time,